What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, as I told you guys, the Premier Boxing Champions, better known as PBC, does not have a budget, right? And hence the reason they still do the business that they used to do with trying to get fighters to agree to doing deals where they get paid on the back end. And fighters outside of sign with the PBC are not going to agree to that. And so because they don't have a budget and they have a distribution deal with Amazon, they have to have these fights on pay-per-view with the hopes of fighters getting their money on the back end. They don't have a budget like the Zone or like now Top Rank is with the Zone, and Top Rank will have a budget where they don't have to just solely rely on the pay-per-view sales, the gate sales, and the ticket sales to pay the fighters because they could give them a guaranteed purse up front. Well, now as you see, the PBC have this fight fall through with Devin Haney and Rolly Romero because they was trying to get Devin Haney, father, trainer, and manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney, to take a deal where they paid Devin Haney on the back end. And Devin Haney is not having that. Rolly don't understand the business. Rolly is oblivious to that. He's just going along and getting along, right? So he's going along with anything they tell him. So this was the issue with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Why Terrence Crawford was unwilling to do that, and they did not want Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence because that means Terrence Crawford would see the books. Terrence Crawford wanted to see the books, and they didn't want that, okay? Because now he could raise awareness to everybody, including Errol Spence and everybody involved. They did not want that, okay? And so with that said, now you see, right? So somebody tell Kenneth Bahari that my line is open, right? And he could jump on and dispute what I'm saying instead of trying to block me. You can dispute what I'm saying, right? If I'm making up stories. Now you see, I wasn't making up stories, as I told you guys before, right? And Rolly is talking about, well, the PBC would be responsible for his purse and DHP would be responsible for his purse. What? And as you see, Devin Haney said, I'm not going along with that. You could go along with that. I'm not going along with that, right? Point blank and period. As Devin Haney said, quote, big money is not the same to us, pal. Sit this one out, right? Saying, let us do the business. And Rolly saying, I had a big guarantee purse for the fight. Guess DHP couldn't do the same for Devin. So DHP had to put up the purse for Devin Haney, right? And PBC puts up the purse for Rolly Romero. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. And this is why Terrence Crawford was unwilling to do the business he was they wanted him to do. And that's what stalled the fight out for so long. And this is what prevented Devin Haney and Rolly Romero from coming to fruition. But I know y'all find a way to blame Devin Haney. It's easy to blame Devin Haney and Bill Haney, right? It's just absolutely ridiculous. As I told you guys, they don't have a budget. And so since they don't have a budget, they have a distribution deal. They can't pay the fighters up front. The in-house fighters will take these deals, but that's why everything will be on pay-per-view. As I told you guys. Period. Fighters outside the PBC, they ain't going for that. Where they still not getting paid for a year. We see this. I just did the video with Tank Davis and I told you. And I told you there's other fighters that told me they haven't got paid for a year. One fighter told me, as I told you guys, they hadn't got paid so long, they forgot they ain't get paid for a fight because they solely relying on the back end money, which could take years to come back officially. Devin Haney ain't going by that. Period. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's why that deal that Tank Davis told you he had on the table never came to fruition. Because they don't have a deal. They have a distribution deal where they can just show their fights on their platform. That's it. That's all. I'm gone. Peace.